Welcome everybody to Unity of White Rock online. My name is Desiree, and I'm delighted that you're here with us today. And during this service, it is being recorded. And for an enhanced experience, please mute yourself and turn your camera off or stop video, just so that we have a nice, good recording. So,
Angelica, may I please see myself and the words? Go ahead and start them.
The start, okay, the title's up.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're only saying, I love you. I see babies cry, I watch them grow, learn much more, and now they're grown. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Thank you, Lawrence. We are here beside you, sharing love, inspiration, and comfort. During this interesting time, we know the truth for ourselves and for all humankind, that there is one presence and one power active in the universe and in our lives, God the good, omnipotent. Wherever we are, God is. This means what's going on around us is in divine order. Spirit is giving us an opportunity to experience a new and perhaps intense way to realize our oneness. We may be keeping that 6-foot physical distance, but we are getting even closer, heart to heart. We are seeing an unprecedented rise in random acts of kindness and compassion. With restrictions on travel and shopping, we are spending more time in nature, alone, stargazing, bird watching, or marveling at the beauty of spring. Perhaps we are a microcosm of a larger movement of cosmic rebirth or resurrection, metaphysically speaking, resetting our inner compass towards inner growth rather than the distractions of the outer world, towards collaboration, compassion, and nurturing. The hidden gift is the luxury of time to go inward, to reconnect with our inner wisdom keeper, that still small voice within. Please join me in our opening prayer. We know that God is a love that has no end and a power that knows no bounds. God's healing power of divine life is restoring, healing, and revitalizing our world in this very moment. We let go of any fears or anxieties, and we affirm that all are safe, healthy, and protected. We bless all those who support us in maintaining vibrant, radiant health. We express divine life in all we think, say, and do. We bless our global family with radiant health, peace of mind, and abundant love. And so it is. Unity of White Rock is part of the worldwide unity movement, and we share a common vision. Let us affirm together this vision. We envision a world powerfully transformed by the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And to fulfill this vision, here at Unity of White Rock, and what is ours to do is stated in our mission statement. Let us affirm together. Our mission is to be a loving, inclusive community, co-creating with spirit to transform lives. The Unity theme for April is Appreciation Fills My Heart and Fuels My Gratitude. This morning, Rosie will read our daily word.
Hello, everyone. Today's daily word we read from Wednesday because it's the Earth Day, and it fits with the message today. So, Earth Care. I am blessed to be an Earth caretaker of the Earth. This Earth Day, I take time to recognize that I have a responsibility to this planet as one of its stewards. The abundance of God is all around me. As new leaves sprout and the flowers come into bloom again, I am awestruck. The majesty of the mountains, the song of the birds, the oceans, lakes, rivers, and the plentiful land replete with delicious vegetables and fruits. A kingdom shared with animals of all kinds. They are part of me, just as I am a part of the world that I inhabit. We are one. My eyes are open to the oneness of all life. I fully accept with ease and grace my role as a caretaker. I care for my surroundings, not just for my sake, but for all who dwell here in the present and for generations to come. And today's daily word was inspired by chapter 96, verse 11. Let the heavens be glad and let the earth rejoice.
Thank you, Rosie. Today we are blessed to have Pixie Hobby as our speaker. And she is going to talk on Earth Day for our topic of Earth Day. And something you may not know about Pixie is that she has been an environmental lawyer for 38 years, mostly working with First Nations communities. And she also wrote the Canadian Environmental Assessment Act. And Pixie comes by her name honestly with her love of nature and her ability to grow amazing, abundant vegetation and vegetables and take care of the flowers and the bees. So we are grateful that she is here speaking with us today. And we also have Lawrence Kirby leading us in our music today. And Lawrence has been a musician and singer for many, many years. I think he said he was saying his first song. He got a plastic guitar and opened it to an open tuning and wrote his first song. And that was when he was 9 years old. So from then, it's just been a journey of love and inspiration and expression. And we are grateful to have you join us in enhancing our music program today. And now Lawrence is going to let us prepare for meditation as we sing together the first two verses of Let It Be. And we're singing, changing the words you'll read. Instead of Mother Mary comes to me, it's Mother Nature comes to me. And then Pixie will lead us through the meditation, and then Lawrence will bring us out with the third verse.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Nature comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there'll be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there's still a chance they will see. There will be an answer, let it be.
To prepare for meditation, remove anything that's on your lap and loosen any tight clothing. Feel the chair that you're sitting in take the weight of your body, and feel your back fully supported by your chair. You are free to relax and let go of physical concerns. As you continue to relax, take in a deep breath and feel the tension melt away from your head, from your jaw, your tongue, and feel your eyes melt into their sockets. Let any tension in your neck and upper back flow down your arms and drip off the end of your fingers. Take another deep breath. Let it go. And as you continue to follow your breathing, feel it becoming slower and deeper. When you feel ready, you can gently close your eyes or just look downward onto the floor. Now feel your chest soften as you enter into your heart, your sanctuary. Let each deep breath get slower and slower and soften and unwind tension in your abdomen, your hips, your knees and legs, down to your ankles and feet, soft and relaxed. And as you continue to follow your breath, you can feel yourself float in a warm, fluffy cloud through the air. Notice that your breath is guiding you into an ascending spiral of sparkling light. As you are free from physical limitations, you float easily and effortlessly on currents of pure, warm light. In this incredible lightness of being, you feel surrounded and enfolded by love and appreciation. Notice that you feel deeply connected to every form of life on planet Earth. Your love for this connection takes you beyond your own thoughts. Your heart and your mind connects with and becomes one with the divine mind, the creative mind of spirit. Bathing in currents of love and at one with the creative intelligence of spirit, you are aware of your true nature. That's right. Your true essence is pure spirit with unlimited potential. In this state of expanded consciousness and awareness, you feel your ability to manifest and create is unlimited and unfettered. You just know you are free to create and manifest the deepest desires of your heart. The limitless love and energy of spirit is now flowing to and through you as you begin now in the silence to manifest and create your new reality. Your breath is your continuing connection with the divine mind, with spirit. Follow your breath as you slowly re-enter the third dimensional reality. At any time, you can return to this expanded state of awareness by simply following your breath and quieting your mind. This fabulous feeling is only a breath away at any time. So now you can wiggle your toes and your fingers. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes and see the new reality you have just created, mind in mind with the creative force of the universe.
And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom.
Thank you, Lawrence. So good morning, friends. With Earth Day coming up this week, we're going to reflect on our relationship with the rest of nature. Our Earth has much to teach us. So let's start with a visualization exercise. This is not a meditation, it's visualization. So get your imaginations in gear and close your eyes. Imagine an ancient society engaged in producing agricultural products. It's a matriarchal society, but the head female does not make decisions or tell other members of the society what to do. All decisions are made collectively, following intensive information gathering, consultation, and dialogue with input from all members, regardless of their age or the type of work they do. There's no unemployment for females. They feed and care for babies, do house cleaning, food gathering and preparation, construction of houses, security patrol, and civil defense. The food gathered for the community is stored in common areas where it is readily available at any time for all members of the society. The males of this society don't work. They don't even carry weapons or defend the community. If a male is threatened by an invader, female security guards will defend him. Unable to feed themselves, the males are hand-fed by female nurses. The males have only one function: to mate with virgins from neighboring communities. But when winter comes and food supplies run short, the female securities drive the males out of the community. Get the picture? Now slowly open your eyes. I have just described a colony of bees and how they live. More than 20,000 species of bees currently live on every continent except Antarctica. These diverse species are vitally important to human economies and to the world's food supply because of their role as pollinators. The estimated global economic value of the pollination services provided by bees for agriculture is roughly $350 billion US. That's because over 1/3 of all crops in the world depend on pollination, mostly by bees. Without bees, we would not have the fruits, vegetables, berries, and nuts we depend on for a healthy, balanced diet. Imagine no apples, peas, spinach, or pumpkins. No big deal? Okay, how about no hops for beer, and no beans for coffee or chocolate, or no grapes for wine? Now that's a national emergency. We humans share a special bond with bees. You see, honeybees are as sophisticated in their social behavior as we are. What's unique about our relationship with honeybees is not only that we depend on their pollination services for our food, but their health and their survival depend on our relationship with the rest of nature. Sadly, 1/3 of the honeybee colonies on our planet are dying each year since the mid-2000s. This loss of honeybees and a similar decline in the population of wild bees is due to a complex set of environmental disturbances caused by human activity. We are close to a tipping point beyond which bees' very survival is in doubt. The collapse of honeybee colonies is not caused by a single factor, but by a perfect storm of disturbances to the natural environment associated with industrialized agriculture, like crop spraying. The loss of so many colonies of honeybees is a warning that our global food supply is also headed towards collapse. This dire situation is the result of humans controlling the natural world. To maximize profits, we engage in industrial, agricultural practices such as massive single crop farms and use chemicals to rid farmland of pests and weeds. Consequently, we are threatened with looming food shortages, a direct result of controlling nature. Although we have stressed bees to their breaking point, they are spirited and irrepressible, thanks to their collaborative nature and the decisions of individual bees to put the well-being of their colony first. There's much we can learn from bees. Their resilience is very inspiring and gives me hope that we can learn from their example to work together to find solutions to such threats as COVID-19, massive wildfires, flash floods, sea level rise, and other effects of climate change. Let's look at some spiritual lessons from the hive that we can adopt. The first that comes to mind is let go and let God by working collaboratively with nature. This means letting go of our habit of controlling nature. We see our prosperity and our very survival as depending on our ability to control nature and exploit her creatures, forests, and waterways for our own benefit. Consider for a moment huge factory farms where millions of chickens spend their lives in tiny cages, exposed to waste from surrounding cages and a lot of disease. This disrespectful treatment creates separation between us and other living creatures, and ultimately, it makes us sick. We can change the way we farm to increase crop production and create a healthier environment for bees. Commercial farmers who work with nature don't have to incur huge expenses to rent thousands of honeybee colonies from commercial beekeepers to pollinate their crops. Instead, they get free pollination services from wild bees when they let wildflowers, shrubs, and weeds grow within their fields and orchards, creating a natural habitat for wild bees and other pollinators. Because wild bees and honeybees pollinate in different patterns, when they work together, the result is better pollination, improved crop yields, and greater profits for farmers. A study of canola farms in Alberta shows crop production improved and profits more than doubled when 1/3 of the fields were left uncultivated and the use of pesticides and herbicides was drastically reduced. This improvement was due to a more effective pollination by wild bees with a backup from a local hive of a few honeybees. By letting go and letting nature's wild bees provide free pollination services, the farmers experienced greater prosperity. This is a manifestation of the spiritual principle that God is the source and creator of all things, and when we let go and let God, we experience abundance, prosperity, and greater good. So, in your veggie gardens, instead of using pesticides and herbicides, let nature work for you. Rely on companion plantings and beneficial insects like ladybugs to keep pests to a minimum. When purchasing seeds and starter plants, make sure they're certified organic. These are not treated with neonicotinoids, pesticides, or other contaminants that poison bees. If you don't like the look of common weeds in your garden, plant some alyssum as ground cover. It smells like honey, outcompetes the weeds, and the bees love it. Let go and let Earth feed you. She provides us with free food and natural remedies. Ever notice that dandelions and stinging nettles are abundant everywhere in spring? Young dandelion leaves young dandelion leaves are not only tasty in salads, but they support the liver and cleanse our blood in the spring. Baby stinging nettles don't sting. They're rich in vitamin C and a host of essential minerals. We can eat them like spinach and use them in various dishes and make a restorative tea with them. While self-isolating for 20 days last month, I didn't go to the grocery store. My craving for fresh green vegetables was satisfied by eating stinging nettles that I had harvested from the fields and roadsides around Crescent Beach. This free gift from nature is delicious steamed and served with butter, salt, and a dash of nutmeg. Another spiritual lesson from the hive is the oneness of all life. Bees demonstrate this spiritual principle in the way they live harmoniously in their colonies. Aside from the queen and a handful of males, the rest of the bees in a colony are female workers. In response to hormones from the queen and from each other, worker bees move through a series of jobs as they age, learning and performing each task effectively before moving on to the next. Bees are not multitaskers. They are fully present in the moment, staying focused on the task before them. Worker bees start their careers as cleaning ladies before they become nurses, feeding larvae for about a week. Then they take on the task of receiving nectar and pollen from the forager bees and storing it in the hive. Next, they become construction workers, building the wax comb. At about 20 days old, they become security guards and defend the hive. Finally, they spend their last 10 to 15 days collecting nectar and pollen to feed the colony. Although bees move through their tasks in sequence, they can quickly shift their work in response to changing needs inside the hive and environmental challenges outside. Each worker bee decides what task to perform independently of other bees. Each bee's decisions are based on information from that bee's local experience Actions by individual bees are combined to create the highest and best good for the colony. For example, when nurse bees receive a chemical signal that there is a shortage of pollen, they communicate with other worker bees. These workers will start foraging for pollen at a younger age and will dance vigorously to recruit other workers to join them. This honeybee behavior is very similar to a human activity called crowdsourcing. In crowdsourcing, tasks are distributed over a large number of people, with each person contributing a small amount to a much larger endeavor. Crowdsourcing is known to produce better outcomes than a decision made by an expert. This is because a wide variety of decision makers share their local knowledge and experience to create a collective decision. Having a wide variety of decision makers prevents biased individuals from unduly influencing decisions. Examples of crowdsourcing are GoFundMe campaigns. Swarming is an example of bee democracy at work. Just check out that swarm. When a small group of bees are unhappy with the conditions inside the hive, like overcrowding, they communicate this with their sisters. As a greater number of bees get the message, they begin to organize a revolt. Scout bees will go looking for a better location for the colony and report back on alternative sites to their sisters. A period of intense communication follows. Each scout bee will try to convince others to choose their preferred site. When roughly half the bees are convinced, they will take off for the new location that most bees decide is in the best interest of the colony. Perhaps the best example of human behavior mimicking the way honeybees make decisions and organized work is the town hall meeting. A town hall meeting is supposed to be a democratic process for making collective decisions in response to community issues, free from undue influence of special interest groups or experts. People come together to look at options and after discussions and debate, choose the best option for the community as a whole. Oddly, it seems bees do a better job of this than we humans. Why is that? Bees work so well together because of their advanced communication skills. Bees are in constant communication with each other, sharing information about conditions inside and outside the hive. This attentiveness to each other, I believe, is the key factor in bees' successful teamwork. This is yet another lesson we can learn from bees. In working with bees over the past 7 years, what impresses me the most is their collective response to stress. They reallocate work, communicate constantly, and make collective decisions and balance individual needs with those of the colony as a whole. Our collective response to the coronavirus pandemic suggests that we are applying the wisdom demonstrated by bees. People around the globe are helping each other during this pandemic, opting for the collective good rather than for their own personal gain. Many are uplifting our spirits with some good old-fashioned humor. Take a look at this one. Although none of us would have deliberately chosen a pandemic at this time, its creation has a divine purpose. Our capacity to show compassion for others and to act for the well-being of society as a whole might be the decisive factor in our successful response to future environmental challenges. And that, my friends, is the buzz for this Earth Day.
Well, I'd like you all to join me in a song. As soon as I can see that I'm playing and not actually live. Oh, there I am. This song goes back to the hippie days. You recognize. It's called Horse with No Name. On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the light. There were plants and birds and rocks and things, sand and hills and rain. The first thing I met was a fly with a thumb and a sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was filled with sound. You see a man through the desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. 'Cause in the desert, you can't remember your name. There ain't no one going to give you no pain. La 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 la. And after 2 days in the desert sun, my face began to turn red. And after 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed. And the storm told of a river that flowed made me sad to think it was dead. 'Cause I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. No good to me out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name. But there ain't no one, Lord, to give you no pain. Na 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 na. After 9 days, let the horse run free. The desert had turned to sea. And there are plants and birds and rocks and things, and sand and hills and rain. You see, the ocean is a desert with its life underground, and the perfect the skies above. Under the city lies a heart made of ground, but the human will give no love. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Got good to me out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name. Where there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Thank you, Lawrence, for that wonderful song, and Pixie for your inspiring message. It is most appropriate for these times. And now is the time for conscious giving and receiving. We know that you want to continue supporting your spiritual community through this time, and here are three ways to do it. Use the link on the email or website under Give, e-transfer to unitywhiterock@gmail.com, or mail your check to Unity White Rock at P.O. Box 375, 800 15355, 24th Avenue, Surrey, BC, V4A 2H9. And we're going to take now our offering. As we hold our offerings in our hands, or we imagine them there, and we're blessing our offering. And we say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give joyfully and easily, for God is my source and abundance is my nature. Now we're going to sing another song that we are familiar with and called Country Roads. Please sing along, even though we're muted. You can sing along with us, as this is our congregational song. So.
Almost heaven, West Virginia,
Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River.
Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, rolling like breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads. All my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, straight to blue muffler. Dark and dusty, faded on the sky. Misty tasting moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country road. I hear her voice in the morning hours, she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads me home. Got your love, take me home. Got your love.
So we gratefully bless these gifts, knowing that they support our mission to expand our consciousness and transform our lives to make a difference in this world. Silent Unity is a prayer ministry that serves people of all faiths, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You may call Silent Unity about any need, day or night, and a loving friend will listen to you and pray with you in confidence and reverence. Just call 1-800-NOW-PRAY or 1-800-669-7729. All they ask is, how may we pray with you? And they'll pray with you. I invite you to go within and either for prayer for yourself or prayer for someone you love, feel and see that prayer float into our Unity prayer box. And please join me in blessing our prayer box. We give thanks for the abundant blessings that we have, and we know and see and hold in faith that all prayers are being answered, being held in that divine oneness, that divine consciousness of all possibilities, all knowingness, infused with love. We keep our faith and see that everything is in divine order. Amen. Our next Sunday service speaker will be Ken Wood, and our musician will be Michael Vincent, our musician and singer. So we're really looking forward to having them join us next week for our Sunday morning Zoom service. And also we have some other announcements. We've decided to start something new this week. We're going to call it the Creative Collaboration and Meditation. It's a midweek tea time, keeping it short from 4 to 5 on Wednesdays. Bring your tea and coffee, and we're going to share. It's an opportunity to share our fun or inspiring songs, stories, and poems, ending with a short guided meditation. And more details will be in our e-newsletter this week, and also on our website. So please join us. We thought it would be fun for us, our community, to have an opportunity to come together and share. So that would be wonderful. And also, coming up in May, we have been doing online. There's been online courses offered through Unity Canada for quite some time now, and we have two new courses coming up called Super Saturdays. So 9 o'clock till 11 is going to be Unity Prayer. This is going to be a prerequisite course for any of those that are interested in becoming chaplains or doing the prayer chaplain course, which is going to be coming up we'll be collaborating with probably Unity of New Westminster in that training. And also we're going to take a short break, and then at 11:30 to 1:30, if anybody's interested, is the overview of Christian scriptures. All of these courses are offered. Well, first of all, it'll be Alexandra Gale from New Westminster leading us in Unity Prayer, and Wendy Carr will be leading us in the overview of Christian scriptures. She's our licensed Unity teacher for Unity Canada. And there are credits available if you'd like to get credits towards these courses, which some are on a licensed Unity teacher path or ministry path and want the credits. Otherwise, you can come and join us, and it's on a love offering basis at the end of that time. It'll be 5 weeks, so May 2nd to June 6th. So I invite you to join us if you're interested. And please stay behind after we're done here. We're going to sing our peace song, Let There Be Peace on Earth, and then we're going to have our virtual coffee time and sharing. And you do not need to, if you don't want to be seen, there's no obligation to have to show your video. It's up to you. It's just by how you would like to communicate and connect. We can hear your voice fine too on the when the mic is unmuted. And Angelica will be leading us in that time, and we look forward to connecting. Thank you, and God bless. So let's sing together, Let There Be Peace on Earth.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, Spirit all around. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment, live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. This is the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is swell. There you go. Unmute yourself, Des.
I'm unmuted. So we bless our global family with radiant health, peace of mind, and abundant love. And now for our connection coffee tea time. So community connection time.
There we go. Yeah.